Hi guys, welcome to another video from Retrobyte Gaming. Today we do another Retrobyte, and this time it's my turn.
It is.
Spyhunter. Are we done?
Is that it? That's what you're going to say?
Yeah, that's all I can remember. No, Spyhunter was a game I used to play on the Spectrum. It's had a number of incarnations since. There's been a number of attempts to revitalise the game, but I remember my first experience playing it on the ZX Spectrum Plus, and it was just one of those games that you could play for hours, and even though you die lots, you know, it was just fun because it was actually very dynamic and moving. Basically, you're playing as a spy in a car, and you have a gun coming out the front of your car, and you're driving along the road, and you've got motorcycles and other cars trying to ram you off the road, and there's hazards and stuff. It's a bit of a scroller, and you're basically shooting cars, getting points, as every Spectrum game had in the day, high scores, etc. And you'd be shooting these things, and then you could actually pick up power-ups that could either drop oil behind you for the enemies that are coming up behind, and also smoke. You could blow smoke out from the back, and that was kind of your arsenal. And it was just fun and interesting to play as a kid. It was just lots of whiz bang pop in the actual gameplay. And I think at one time you would drive your car into like a dock or a garage, and then you would jump out and you'd be in a boat, and you could actually do the same thing with the boat. You have a bit of a shooting level, then you come back and sort of park it, and then you drive off in your car. And I remember there was a truck that you would drive into.
Oh, like Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it'd be a truck that'd be hovering in front of you, and then you would like get into a point where you could like drive up into the ramp into the big old lorry and get power-ups and levels up and stuff like that. It was just fantastic. And it's just one of those games that always made me feel that you could ignore the world around you and just play that game, focusing on it, and then, you know, you'd be fine, having a good time.
So were you the spy, or were you hunting the spies?
Don't think I remember. I remember shooting stuff.
I was going to say, if he's a spy, he's not a very good spy.
Yeah, because everyone knows he's a spy.
And like driving along with like a gun with cars on. I'm sure the DVLA did not license that.
Maybe it was a spy's gone rogue, so you're hunting the spy because you're a spy yourself.
Yeah, I never. I don't think I played, or at least I didn't play much of it. I was more of like a Chase HQ kind of guy.
I suppose it's very much like that, but top down.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite limiting. But it was just a lot of fun. If I remember, I mean, in my head and my mind's eye, I remember seeing and feeling and hearing like real car sounds, but it wouldn't have been that on the Spectrum.
It was probably you. You're very static.
But yeah, it's a good memory to have, and I think everyone will actually remember their first games, and you know what they got involved in and what they enjoyed about them, and the way it captures your imagination and captures your feelings of playing video games. And Spyhunter for me was one of those games. I just played hours and hours of it.
Yeah, they've definitely done newer versions of it. I think there was like a PlayStation 2 one where you could have different vehicles and stuff. Never really got involved with anything because I'm shit at racing, and if I try and shoot and race, then
it's always difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a number of titles that have had a bit of a revitalised. Speedball had the same treatment. They tried to do that again, didn't they?
Yeah, I had that on the PlayStation 1. Though.
Yeah, and it didn't really turn out well.
No, it's not as good.
Like Speedball 3060 or something, like a stupid.
Plus, there's just something about the Amiga art style that really goes with that game.
But certainly for Spyhunter, I'm sure you could pick up a clone of it on Steam somehow, somewhere. I haven't had a search.
I'm sure you could just Google that sucker and probably download yourself an version of it.
Absolutely. Give it a shot. You could waste half an hour with it, have a bit of fun. It's probably on fucking mobile games. Perfect for a mobile game.
Yeah. That would annoy the fuck out of me on mobile, but yeah, that's where you're coming from.
You could do it. But yeah, I would strongly recommend it. I wouldn't quite give it a 10 out of 10 because we're talking about a very simple game, but it's definitely a top end for me, just as nostalgia, if nothing else. But not much else to say about Spyhunter. You're basically driving a Porsche. I mean, pretty much looked like a Porsche from top down.
Yeah, but it probably wasn't called a Porsche. It was probably
it's just a Spyhunter car.
It was probably like in the inlay. It was like a Nwango 5000.
And I do remember the cover art being like one of those isometric-looking perspective shots of a car front, and they had the guns coming out of it, and people like on motorbikes next door to the car, like trying to shoot you with Uzis and stuff. And of course, that looked nothing like the game.
Yeah.
But in your mind's eye, you're like, yeah, I know what that is.
Okay, so now I'm going to fuck you over with an unrehearsed question.
Bring it.
Seeing as he's started a tradition in our previous Retrobyte. Okay, so was it a proper purchase or was it like a newsagent impulse buy?
No, it was a proper purchase. I remember having the cassette in a box.
Also, not in a cassette tape.
Like $1.99 from the post office type thing. Back then when games cost like £2 and that was like, don't want to spend more than that.
Yeah, and plus you never planned on buying it. You just go in there with your mum and get a newspaper and show, what a game? Oh yeah. And it's like now.
You got offered?
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I had to
well,
demand
it's like £2. It's like nowadays it's like, oh, can I have a game? It's like, wait for your fucking birthday.
Wait to get paid.
It's like 60 quid. Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, how inflation has hit video games.
Yeah, well, to be fair, back in the day when you had like the Atari and all that, the fucking games were fucking expensive as well. They were like 80 quid or something. It was probably about the same monetary price that it is now, but obviously back then it was worth a lot more.
Depends who you ask. Games companies can't survive on just selling $60 games anymore, apparently.
No, that's why Hit Squad and stuff like that were popular back in the day.
And piracy.
And piracy. Less fun with cassette tapes, in fairness, though.
You just had to copy it.
Yeah, well, you could just copy it, but it was a pain in the arse.
It's like if you had a stereo
with
in your bedroom with the 2 cassette decks. It was like, it's my money-making machine.
I think there was some form of copy protection on some of them.
Or yeah, it had to be like some did, some didn't.
Because I think it was using the same stuff like they did with like music cassettes. Otherwise, people would just copy those.
Everyone did.
Yeah, everyone did. That's right.
But anyway, that was Spy Hunter. I hope you enjoyed that little blast from the past, and I will have shown some footage behind us so you can actually see what we're talking about.
Yes, and once again, if you're interested in the game, go find it, because like these old games, there's ways of running them. Winky winky. One in the stinky.
Every video you talk about stuff like that.
Well, I can't help it.
How can we be wholesome and family friendly when you talk about porn and stinkies?
I didn't realise we were. I thought we were age restricted on our channel.
Because of you! Yeah, but guys, thank you for watching this little blast from the past. We have videos out every Wednesday and Saturday, so check back there for some more awesome content. And like and share and subscribe and all the good stuff.
And don't forget to suggest any games you want to see on a Retrobyte down below. And if we have played them, at least one of us, we will try and do that for you.
Maybe.
I said try.
Yeah. Okay, well take care of yourselves, guys.
Take it easy.
Bye.